Singer Emaza Gibson slammed Jason Derulo with a lawsuit after she was promised a record deal but was met with aggressive behavior and sexual advances. The star is being represented by Ron Zambrano, the same attorney representing Lizzo's dancers. According to a new report from NBC, the hopeful artist says she signed a deal with Derulo and was met with things she'd never experienced before. Gibson claims that Derulo had unwanted invitations and even implications that she'd have to have sex with him in order to advance her career. It's Luana reporting. In a lawsuit filed on Thursday in Los Angeles County Superior Court, the artist claims that 34-year-old Derulo changed his mood after she rejected multiple sexual advances and repeated invitations to drink with him. Gibson stated in an interview with NBC News, quote, "I'm at this point in my life right now. It's very heartbreaking. I have anxiety. I'm traumatized. I've dealt with inhumane work situations. I'm at a point where I'm back to zero and I have nothing." Gibson claims in her lawsuit that she moved to Los Angeles in 2008 with her sisters and created a YouTube channel to show off her music. After the channel took off, the rest of the group went their separate ways and Gibson continued creating music. Derulo reached out to Gibson in 2021 to create a feature as a potential solo artist. According to the lawsuit, the deal required Gibson to produce a mixtape in 4 months and then an album in 6 months respectively. Gibson alleges that Derulo invited her to drink during studio sessions, in which she declined so she could stay aware of her vocal condition and performance. Yet in 2021, the artist agreed to drink at one point and was given, quote, "inappropriately large amounts of alcohol." Gibson also alleges that the What You Say crooner told Gibson she might have to take part in what's called, quote, "goat skin and fish scales," otherwise known as cocaine, to advance her career as well. Gibson attended a meeting with Derulo later that year at Atlantic Records. Minutes before the meeting, a woman named Rosa joined, whom implied to Gibson that she was having sex with Derulo at the time. Gibson said she was thrown off at the other women also working with Derulo who were in the meeting. Gibson then later took her thoughts to Derulo's manager, saying that she was just uncomfortable about the meeting. According to the hopeful artist, Derulo went into a rage, claiming he didn't have to explain any of the business going on outside of Gibson herself. Shortly after, Gibson was signed. Yet shortly after signing, she did not hear a word from Derulo. Gibson claims she was never assigned a project manager, and Derulo ignored her messages. Two agreed to a recording session in June of 2022, where Gibson was late. Derulo allegedly berated Gibson in front of Gibson's own mother, Derulo's staff, and a videographer, including an engineer as well. Upon reaching out to Derulo's manager, Gibson and her mother claimed that the manager dismissed their claims. Reaching out to Atlantic Records Human Resources in July of 2022, the two also heard no responses to discuss Derulo's behavior. According to the suit, Gibson was dropped from Atlantic and Future History on September 6, 2022. She is seeking unpaid wages, loss of earnings, deferred compensation, and other employment benefits.